Leigh Booth.
First time behind the wheel of a Cosy. What could possibly go wrong? I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating.
All right, Leigh, so you've definitely been busy with this thing. Today, me and my beautiful girlfriend Kat have made the trip to visit my good friend Leigh Booth. And I think it's about time we gave you a long overdue update on his mega MX-5 Turbo 100E project. But before we get into that, one of the other cars in his fleet has been getting quite a lot of love lately. Now, you brought this to be on our club stand at the Ford show at Santa Pod recently, but you did some work on this thing before then, which was all based around the fuel system, right?
Yeah, so I was having a look around and I went into the boot, and the entirety of the fuel in the fuel cell was in the boot. So all the fuel hoses had perished and everything had leaked out. I quickly ripped that out and yeah, put new fuel lines from front to back, PTFE lines, special costly fittings. Also, the original Cosy setup is a little bit of hose here, which I was forever changing. It was forever leaking. Every time these engines seem to go up in smoke, it's because of this little flexible joint here. So I put a remote fuel pressure regulator on it, welded a couple of AN6 fittings on here. Yeah, it's nice and neat now, and touch wood, a lot safer.
So this car always had the proper fuel cell and stuff like that, but you literally came out here one day to see the boot full of fuel,
yeah,
right?
I think if you lift the carpet up, you can see where it's actually all the paint went soft and it's all started ripping it up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was absolutely sodden under here.
But yeah, so all these lines have been changed and you bought like new fuel filter and pumps and whatnot, and just basically redone the whole lot.
Yeah.
So on the drag strip at the Ford show, this thing was running consistent 13.2 second quarter miles.
Yeah, I couldn't go any faster than that.
Talk us through what the spec of the engine was before the latest lot of upgrades, right? Because it was never a stock Cosy setup, right?
When I bought it, it was completely standard. Cosy's fast Ford scene, classic Ford scene, Cosworth engines always seems to be the holy grail. Everyone wants them. And when I got it, I was just like, it's not...
Unimpressed.
Or very unimpressed, yeah. They look good under the bonnet. They're, they sound lovely. But, yeah, it just wasn't there for me. So I went to Motorsport Developments, got a Stage 1 chip, which takes it up to 270, 280 horsepower. You have to change the actuator. I think that's it. Oh, spark plugs. And, yeah, that runs at probably, I think it's 14, 15 PSI a boost down the strip. Once I got going, it really is a quick car. I was passing new 5-litre Mustangs. Yeah, there was quite a few cars that I thought I wouldn't stand a chance against, and it didn't play about. And then you got a bit close to me. So yeah, I've come back. I bought another chip from Motorsport Developments, Stage 2, which takes it up to around 350 horsepower. I've had to change the standard yellow injectors to green Bosch 803 injectors, up the fuel pressure a little bit, change the spark plugs, and engine wise I think it cost me about £600, and it's put basically another 100 horsepower under the bonnet, so it's made a lot of difference. I wouldn't want any more now because it'd be undrivable. The lads that seem to take them up 400-500 horsepower, you're better man than me, because it's already silly now. So,
but I've heard with turbo setups, like you feel like that, and then you just keep going, like the sky's the limit with a turbo setup, isn't it? But
if I was to put any more power under the bonnet, then it'd be big money. Forged rods, pistons, big rebuild, big bill, and I'm staying here now.
Is this the same turbo that would be fitted like when this was in the Sierra or whatever?
Yeah, so that's the same turbo. It's a Garrett T3. The most common replacement is a T34 Garrett, but they're just rare as proverbial rocking horse. Right. So I just stuck with a T3, and I think you'll see when we go out, it's more than capable for the job. So
is that the map sensor over there?
Yeah, that's the map sensor there.
Yeah,
and this is the map sensor for the new boost controller, electronic boost controller I've just installed.
Cool. And what was this thing over here you were saying earlier that is now in the way of your air filter?
Yeah. So that's just a 3-port solenoid. That's an electric solenoid. So that bleeds boost off to stop the wastegate from opening. It basically tricks the wastegate and it doesn't open until the solenoid tells it to, which is all controlled by the electronic controller in the cockpit.
So that's all to do with the new boost controller as well. Yeah. And as you mentioned, you had to put the bigger green injectors in. As part of the latest lot of upgrades. And then the ECU, because this thing runs a standard Cosworth
it's
ECU, right?
L6. There's so many different iterations, but this is an L6.
Yeah.
But it's as simple as you pull the ECU out, there's 4 screws, you take the casing off, and there's a little tiny chip, which I can show you down there. You just lever it out with a screwdriver, pop it in.
Yeah.
And there's a CO screw on the back of the ECU that you have to get it running and set it to, I think it's 2.5% carbon, but you have to take that to a garage. So I think there is a trick where you can turn it so many revolutions forward and so many back to get the parameters where you need to be. And because I've got a AFR gauge, I can get the AFRs perfect. Anyway.
Right. But the boost controller, which is inside the cockpit, right?
Yeah. So look.
All right. So that's the boost controller. So that you've only fitted like
this week.
This week,
yeah.
And this you still need to set up today, right?
Yeah. So
which you do on the road, yeah.
Yep.
And we can show the process of that.
Hopefully, if I've read the instructions and I know what I'm doing.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. But so I think, unless I've missed anything out, that is what you've been up to with this thing. So take it out and see what's what.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Can we take a moment to appreciate Leigh's racing boots, which are actually really needed. Out on the test drive, and there's a problem. The car just won't make full boost. No matter what Leigh tries to do with regards to the settings on his new boost controller. Alright, so for some reason, the car won't make any more than half a bar of boost. So Leigh's now looking at the boost solenoid. Maybe some more studying required.
I think so, yeah.
All right, so Leigh's watched some videos online, looked at some diagrams, and it seemed like he had this all hooked up properly. So what he's done now is he's put it back how it was before he fitted the boost controller, and he's got this gizmo hooked up to the turbo, and this has already been set up so that he gets 1.5 bar of boost, which is where he wants it. So he's already done the trial and error twisting this knob. So now with this hooked up, I should now be able to experience this thing running 1.5 bar rather than half a bar, how it was a minute ago.
That's more like it. Massive difference. I need to change the spark plug because it missed then. Yeah? Yeah, it's a spark plug. Yeah?
Swap shoes.
You sure, yeah?
Yeah, swap shoes though, because you won't be able to
I'll
drive
just take my shoe off it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
First time behind the wheel of a Cosy. What could possibly go wrong? Does it feel good with the passengers?
Yes.
I'm more comfortable on that side.
So essentially you've gone from about 270 horsepower to 350, yeah?
Yeah. I haven't, you have.
It feels good, man. Like, but this car, I feel like this car handles it well, man. Like, I like it. Yeah, it feels weird driving without a shoe on. You feel alright?
Yeah.
There we go.
Wherever you want. That way somehow, so you can do another lap.
Another lap.
Treat yourself to another
sure?
lap. Yeah, yeah. What was you doing there? That's stupid.
60?
I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating.
The car, I'll tell you what, it's fun and it's brutal, but it is confidence inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sweaty palms.
Alright, we'll take her home. I can't afford to mend it if I bend it, so oh, you've ruined my life. I want a Cosy lump now.
What's it like handling wise compared to?
Yeah, I
Esther?
like it. I like because you got wider wheels and it's arched and it handles it like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that does mean that if it ever does, you know, if you do take the mick and it ever does bite you, it's going to bite you harder.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it puts the power down so much. That
Sticky, innit?
Yeah, like, but if you did ever come unstuck, then
Dead.
yeah, like yeah. But like having said that, it feels brutal, it feels aggressive, it feels super fun, but it is confidence inspiring, like. And it feels like it's not in a dangerous way as long as you're not taking the mick with it, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows, like, you know what I mean? You don't know until you do, like, lose it, do you? But yeah, brilliant experience, man. Brilliant experience.
I get that 12-second at Santa Pod now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, from what I remember, you know, it's a long time since I've been in this, but it's a noticeable amount, like, different.
Yeah.
So you've got to be 12s now, man. As long as you can put the power down, because you're as wheel spinning with with 270 brake.
Yeah.
All right, well, the Mk1 made it back safely. Massive thanks, mate. What an experience. You're nuts letting me get behind the wheel of this thing, but you got away with it, so happy days.
I'll just stop sweating now.
Now, Leigh does still have his old setup here for sale if anyone's interested. So would you call this, correct me if I'm wrong, a stage one
Stage
Cosy
one
setup, right?
Yeah.
So here's the injectors that you took out. This is the 2-bar map sensor.
Yep.
Because with the new setup, you had to buy a 3-bar map
the one,
sensor.
yeah.
So that's part of the old kit. And then this is the chip, yeah?
Yeah, so you literally it's for an L6 ECU. So it'll only fit an L6. And it's just, you just take the back cover off the ECU, prise it out with a screwdriver, drop him in there. A few minutes later, you've got 280 horsepower.
Cool. So for anyone that's got a stock Cosy lump and they want to take it to stage one, that is the whole kit there. and it's for sale. So I'll leave Leigh's links in the description of this video. If you're interested, get in touch with him and get your Cosy to stage 1, how this thing used to be. And it was a bit of a beast then.
Yeah,
but now it's a bit ridiculous. Now, one other thing that Leigh's changed on the Mk1, which we didn't mention earlier, are these wing mirrors, which I'm sure a lot of people aren't going to agree with, but I think they look pretty cool, to be honest. Leigh used to have black bullet mirrors, basically the same as what I've got fitted to my Mk1. And to be honest, I have always been thinking about fitting a set that are similar to these. The only reason I haven't bothered is because my door was or is drilled to accept bullet mirrors like she's got fitted at the moment, and I didn't want to have to like fill the holes and re-drill them. But interestingly, these wing mirrors actually have the same spacing between the screws as these bullet mirrors, so these are an actual realistic option for my Mk1 Escort. But do let me know in the comments if you think I should fit a set of those to my Mk1. Yeah, interested to know what you guys think. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to give you guys an update on Leigh's 100E project, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he's been up to with that. But before that, it's lunchtime because, yeah, Leigh is, well, he doesn't like to be called a chef, so we'll call him a bit of a food fabricator. So what's on the menu today? Fat tomahawk steaks that Leigh purchased from his local butcher, that he's cooking on the barbecue that he actually made from scratch himself. I'm a huge fan of steak, so this is a real treat for me. Huge thanks to the Booth family for their epic hospitality as always. Time for the first bite, and at this point my mouth is utterly watering. And the verdict? It tastes absolutely banging. And the great thing about a tomahawk, Boofy's Rottweilers can enjoy the bones afterwards. All right, well, that steak was absolutely banging, and while we let that digest, it's finally time to see what Leigh's been up to with his 100E. All right, Leigh, so you've definitely been busy with this thing since I was here last. I can't believe it's been 8 months since the last update. Obviously, I've been here since then, but yeah, I think it's about time we show everyone what you've been up to. Now, it's worth noting that underneath this thing, it is looking really cool, and we'll show you that in a minute. But first, we're just going to go from front to back and show you what stage everything else is at. And this isn't going to be in the order that you've done things in, because you've done so much, I can't remember what order you've done everything in. But it's worth noting that last time we was here, this thing was on all 4 wheels, and this is set to go back on all 4 wheels tomorrow.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit awkward in here trying to get in here and film and stuff, but yeah, we're just going to show you where he's at currently. So, as you can see, the engine bay is now in epoxy primer.
Yeah, I bare metaled everything, and it was just getting surface rust, so I just rubbed it down and epoxy primered it, and that seals it until I'm ready to go to the next stage. One thing I've done that you didn't know about is these chassis mounts. I've changed my engine mounts. It means you can drop your subframe off and steering rack and leave the engine in situ. So
just look at all this work that Leigh did with the tunnel. We have shown you this before, but to see it all now in epoxy, yeah, it just shows it a lot better. Leigh did decide to make his own seal stands for this thing, and that was inspired by the rally cars we saw at that event. Yeah, Snetterton. So yeah, rather than buying a set, because they are really expensive.
Yeah, I think they're between 300 and 500 quid.
Yeah, and those ones don't even look as good as these. Like,
no.
Yeah.
No. So I opted to make my own.
We've actually got the other 2 over here. I definitely reckon you should have put like Boofy in them or something, laser cut. But other than that, they are pretty awesome. And using them just means that you can get under the car way better. You know, if there's not a jack under there or
whatever. They work really well.
Showed you the tunnel before, which is absolutely huge. But one thing that wasn't fitted before are these boxes. These are for the roll cage, right?
Yeah, they're for my roll cage I'm doing.
Yeah. Which you have started. You've got 1 bar in the back there, which is sitting on its own boxes. This bar along here is just temporary. I think we mentioned that before. That was just so you can mock up your steering column mount.
Yeah, that'll be getting changed to the same to CDS tube.
Yeah.
Because that's just ERW at the minute, so it's a welded seam tube.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
Another little change you just showed me in here is that you've given yourself a bit more space in this area for the exhaust to go over the axle, right?
Yeah, that was inspired by a chap I follow on Instagram called Ross Girton. He did it after the fact like I did, but because we're going to run our car so low, the exhaust quite close to the axle. So doing that, it gives you more of a transition and it gets you a lot more clearance.
My OCD was pinging off a little bit and I asked you if you're going to replicate that over here, but yeah.
I'm not having twin exhausts.
And function over form. If it don't need it, then
no,
it ain't
definitely not. All my pedal boxes mounted now as well, so I've got spreader plates underneath. Pedal box has been mounted.
I'm not sure if these seat rails were in last time, but yeah, they're sort of like Escort rally car style, aren't they?
Yeah.
All the way through this car, plenty of evidence of Leigh using his dimple dye.
Yeah.
Kit. There's another example of dimple dyeing or speed holing at the back as well, around here. Yet more speed holes and this really neat little bit here for the tailpipe of the exhaust. Another change at the back. This is something you was in the process of doing last time I came.
Yeah.
Getting the fiberglass boot lid mounted. Obviously mounted on 4 pins rather than having it on hinges. And it's worth noting that this thing's going to have the fiberglass boot, fiberglass doors, fiberglass bonnet, fiberglass front panel.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's literally not going to weigh anything at all. Oh, and there was one repair that you did over here as well. And this is the final bit of rust repair, right?
Yeah, so that seam there, it went there. It had a big hole, so I patched it in there and smoothed it out.
So officially rust free now, yeah? For now, it is a Ford. It will rust.
Yeah.
But yeah, there it is, sitting on the rollover jig that some legend lent to you.
I had to butcher it a little bit.
Oh yeah, you did have to butcher it a little bit. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Back to normal.
No, it's fine. Let's talk about that. So when I had my Mk1 on it years ago, this bar would have been mounted to where the bumper goes on my Escort. So the car would have been higher, essentially. Yeah. And you couldn't do that just because of your roof clearance height, is it?
Yeah, so I had to basically weld these box sections on.
Yeah.
With these brackets to pick up on the bumper irons. It's definitely not balanced. It needs 2 people to turn it on its side, but it's the best I can do with the clearance. So
no, I'm just glad you could make use of it. That's literally been in my garage since I used it, I don't know, 15 years ago or more.
It's been a godsend for me because I've fed up of setting myself on fire and burning myself.
Laying underneath it. Yeah.
So it's just made the job underneath possible where it wouldn't have been possible before. So.
All right, Leigh, 100E sideways.
Not in a good way though.
No. So you finally got the underneath painted.
Yeah.
And after the nightmare you had with some of this, which I think we mentioned on the video before, where some of the paint unfortunately fell off and you had to go back to bare metal again. I bet you're well happy with this now, aren't you?
Oh yes, looks amazing.
Yeah. I mean, this is gunmetal grey, you were saying. The lighting's not great in here, so I'll show you the back. I hope the colour's coming across on camera, but yeah, gunmetal grey. You've got the Raptor stuff underneath the paint, right? Do you want to explain actually all the layers that you've put on?
Yeah, obviously I spent months sanding it back to bare metal. Then I treated it with Cure Rust. Then I sanded that down again, and then I give it 3 layers of epoxy primer, and then it's just tintable Raptor. You just put 100ml of gunmetal, shake it up, spray that on, and then I'll give it another 2 coats of 2K gunmetal over the top of that.
Yeah, cool. So you've got the nice durable coating of the Raptor, and then obviously the thick layer of the gunmetal paint over it, which should make this easy to like jet wash under here and whatnot. And
no, it's come out really well.
No, I think it looks
I'm
awesome.
glad it's done. It's been an absolute chore. I'm never going to do it again. Ever.
Yeah, it's really cool to see all this fabrication work that you've been doing for the 6-link rear end. These are the boxes for the link bars and stuff. That huge tunnel. It's just awesome to see this all in colour. after the months and months of work that you've put into it, man. And in the engine bay, you're going to keep it smooth, or you're going to raptor it as well?
No, smooth. And then inside the car and boot, where it's going to take a bit of hammering, I'm going to do that same as this as well.
Yeah,
but I'm going to spray it out of HVLP gun, so you don't get as much texture.
Right. Yeah, just look down the tunnel there. Right. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel now.
Yeah, it's definitely this is the biggest part of the job done.
Yeah.
So once I've done the roll cage, then I'm hoping that the project will gather momentum quickly then, and then start coming together a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Next year I want to get it finished. So I made myself a target to do the underbelly and do the roll cage this year, and I'm hopefully,
you're cruising, man.
Yeah, hopefully going to be able to stick to that, and then just finish it off next year.
And also, after tomorrow, when you need to work on it, you can roll it outside, and instead of having to be in these like cramped conditions. Oh yeah, so over here, this is the area that we showed you when the car was level. This is the bit that you boxed out for clearance of the exhaust, yeah?
Yeah.
So it just gives you more room for the exhaust to go over the axle, something like that, yeah?
Yeah, because otherwise your exhaust has come under here, and you've only got a little bit to turn, and I think I've only got about 4 or 5 inches to the top of the axle, so it just get it level with the car there, just missed that, and it would give me a lot more room.
Like less sharp bends as well, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man. A lot of thought gone into this, man. A lot of man labour, but...
Yeah and no, but I've got some inside lines on. There's a few copyright infringements on this car, shall we say?
Nah, we all learn from each other, man. We all learn from each other. That's how it goes. This is pucker, mate. So this is the last time we're ever going to see this thing sideways until you're going proper sideways on a roundabout.
Yeah, not sideways this way, though, hopefully.
No. I forgot to turn the mic on for this clip like a numpty, but this is Leigh's mega spec English axle for his 100E. We showed you the Watts linkage in previous videos, which is of course to suit his 6-link rear end setup, but he's now gone even further. He's added these really cool strengthening plates to the axle to prevent any twist of the axle from the potentially 350 horsepower that he's going to be putting through it. He did have to extend the tube for the breather, and he's put this really cool filter on there instead of the original breather. And as you can see, it's now been converted to run rear disc brakes. Unfortunately, the bolt-on brackets that he bought didn't put the caliper in the correct position, so he had to machine up some spacers to make it all work. And just check out how beefy the half shafts are that he's using in this axle. I've never seen English shafts that chunky before. In fact, they're so chunky that Leigh had to bore out this bit of the axle for them to fit. So again, hopefully they will handle the big power that he's going to be putting through this axle. The only thing missing from the axle now is his diff, which has had the LSD unit installed into it by Leigh's very talented dad, Kevin. This axle will probably be the first thing that Leigh fits to the car tomorrow when he starts to get the 100E on its wheels, and I can't wait to see pictures of it installed on Leigh's Instagram. All right, back into Leigh's garage in front of this beast, but yeah, it is time for us to do the off. Massive thanks for an awesome day, mate.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
No worries,
Have a good day.
I'll be round again soon.
Nice food.
Yeah. Massive thanks for the steak. Massive thanks for letting me pilot this beast for a little while. Nothing went wrong. No. She survived. We both survived. Yeah.
It scared the crap out of me in my own car.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that footage when I'm editing this video. But yeah, with that, it is time to end this video. As always, massive thanks to everyone who has tuned in. Do give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel for regular content based around my life with my cars. I'm going to leave Leigh's links in the description of this video. Don't forget, get in touch with him if you fancy purchasing that Stage 1 kit from him, and also give him a follow on Instagram where you can keep up to date with what he gets up to with his cars. Got to send a huge thanks as always to my patrons for your ongoing support. But other than that, until next time, from me, my good friend Leigh Booth, and my beautiful girlfriend over there, thanks for watching.